Liam and Ross, I want to get your overall thoughts first on what you've made of the first two matches of this season.
Listen, I think it's been a very good start from the Timbers. You know, they've had some injuries to sort out, Dario and Luis being out, but Bill and Zach have come in and stepped up. You know, obviously it's been a lot of work in pre-season, but the two games, they're unbeaten. That's a big thing I think Gio will have taken from it and try and take that into the game tonight.
I always think it's so important at this point of the season, first few games where you're trying to get your fitness levels up. Timbers have looked sharp and they've looked together. They looked well organized. And I think that's a little window into how preseason went. If guys come in, they're a little leggy, they're a little run down. The Timbers, they look fresh, and it's even more credit to them given they had such a short off season. And after MLS Cup final, for the quick turnaround to come back, they don't look burned out. They look as though they're up for it, and they're on the same page.
It was the shortest offseason the Timbers have ever had. Meanwhile, for Austin FC, it was their first ever offseason. It was as long as it could be. They did not make the playoffs last year in that expansion year, but they have started out the season flying with 2 wins against Cincinnati and Miami, scoring 5 goals in both games. 10 goals, the most a team has ever scored in its first 2 matches in an MLS season. So my question, guys, is what are the Timbers up against tonight? Is Austin FC for real?
Listen, the two teams that have played have been indifferent. They've not been as good as the Timbers games that they've been playing against, but we knew they had the firepower. We knew that they had the goals in the team, but I think what they've done is they've shored up that midfield, the defence, and trying to sort out the transition point to try and reinstate the attacks. And I think that's what Timbers up against tonight. I don't think they'll be as gung-ho as they were last year when they come here, but it'll be a team that are full of confidence.
I think they're for real, and I think we saw signs last year, and credit to Josh Wolf, the manager, into his second year now with Austin FC. He stuck to his guns, and last year, even when they didn't get the results, they still put in some good performances. Now with the second year, we chatted to him before the game, and he talked about the togetherness and the understanding. You're going to get that into your second year, and a year without COVID. It was interesting to talk to him about that, and now guys can get together outside a little bit more with families. So I think they're for real. I think they have a good thing going. I think it's going to be a tough test for the Timbers tonight.
Should be a great match tonight. We will be back with you at 7 o'clock.